Tonight, connecting roads to Murtala Mohammed Expressway inaugurated by Deputy Senate President. And Nigerian Union of Teachers decry non-pay of new minimum wage as strike lingers into months in FCT. Good evening. This is the 7 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia. Let's begin from the security. One person was killed Monday night and with two others sustaining bullet injuries following a kidnapping incident which took place at the Ongwentif community, Zone E extension of Apori settlement, Federal Capital Territory. Onotu Yakubu visited the community for a situation update and brought back this report.
It was about 10 p.m. when residents of the developing community were rattled to the sounds of sporadic gunshots. Emmanuel Noel is a gateman to one of the affected houses. He said the kidnappers accosted the deceased victim at the entrance gate as he returned from work and forced him out of his car. Emmanuel explained that while attempting to whisk him away into the forest, the victim resisted, and it was at this point that the assailant began assaulting him.
He want to enter inside, so before you open his own car, they just opened the other side and draw him. They started beating, telling him to follow them to go where they want to take him to. After when they are calling for him to follow them, as he refused, they just give him the cutlass. He block it, he use his hand and block it. The other guy now use this thing, gun. He pieces the guy leg.
There was a security around. They tried their best because without them, nobody will tell what happened because they are much in numbers.
Eyewitnesses say this particular incident is the third in the series of attacks by suspected kidnappers on the Ongwentif community in Apori settlement. This time around, pellets of bullets and shattered walls are indications of the terror that residents of the community endured over the night while the operation lasted. And the result of it is the blood spill of the deceased victim on this floor and sewer line, an indication of the life that was lost over the night. After killing their first victim, they made attempts at kidnapping others. At this moment, they met stiff resistance from security response.
We move our men to the scene. The divisional police officer in charge of Apple was already there, so we reinforced him, and by the special grace of God, we were able to subdue the criminal element and they have run away.
The police appealed to residents to report anyone seen with suspicious gunshot injuries for prompt action as investigation commences. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
From security to education, that schools in the city, like elsewhere across the country, have for weeks been opened to students for academic activities is no longer news. But that the LEA schools in the Federal Capital Territory and the Area Council have remained under lock and key for over 2 months of third term is a cause for worry. While private schools in the FCT are in the last parts of academic activities, that will move them to the next level of their academics. A long-drawn industrial dispute between the teachers' union and the area council chairman has shut down public schools in the FCT. The Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT chapter, has maintained that only when the new minimum wage is paid will they return to the classrooms. Nevertheless, the only glimmer of hope is that both parties will have to reach a consensus to return to the classrooms sooner to prevent further losses on both sides. Now, Knowledge, no matter the branch, is vast that one can only explore, add something to it, and leave the rest for others to build on. That typifies the vision of Nasarawa State University CAFE in promoting research as it established Jose Centeno International Center for Medical Geology Research, the first of such institutions in the world. Correspondent Mohammed Awelu reports that the pioneering set of students of the center was inducted. The report.
Medical geology may be an emerging discipline in the academic world, which some people think has less relevance. However, Nasarawa University KV has taken a bold step by establishing Jose Centeno International Center for Medical Geology Research, the first of its kind in the world for specialized degree programs in the field of medical geology, where academic and scientific researches are carried out on identification and mitigation of health risks associated with geological hazards, trace element imbalances, environmental contamination, as well as recognition of the potential of geological materials in medicine and therapy, among others.
To be the first worldwide to offer this critical program speaks volumes about the vision and dedication of this institution.
Safe mining practices and responsible chemical management are essential for ensuring the well-being of our communities, protecting our environment, and promoting economic diversification.
Medical geology is like a double-sided coin. One side of the coin is positive, the other side is negative.
Guest lecturer of the specialized lecture series at the induction of the first set of postgraduate students of medical geology at the center, the Executive Secretary, Solid Minerals Development Fund, Fatima Umar Shinkafi, says mining industry offers opportunities for extraction of mineral resources for economic growth of the country. However, there is need for application of safety and health measures in line with global trend.
You must become job creators because we have a task ahead.
As you embark on this journey, know that you carry with you the hopes and pride of a nation.
The introduction of this postgraduate program reflects a forward-looking recognition of the critical role that the geosciences play in addressing public health.
Some inductees say medical geology has broadened their horizon and cleared the path for more explorations due to its interdisciplinary nature.
This provides an opportunity, for us to contribute positively.
This will help the medical doctors, the environmentalists, and the public health sector.
I plan to do more research on those areas. With the collaboration of the government, I can give a helping hand to humanity.
The theme of the lectures is safe mining, chemicals, and economic diversifications. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
Now, let's talk infrastructure in the FCT. The right-hand service carriageway of the Inner Northern Expressway connecting the Ring Road 3 to the Outer Northern Expressway, otherwise known as Murtala Muhammad Expressway, has been opened for motoring public. This follows the inauguration of the 16-kilometer route by President Bola Tinubu. This report by Onuzi Yakubu will be brought in our subsequent bulletin. Now, a total number of 23,462 delegates and worshippers of Jehovah Witness converged on the convention venue in the nation's capital for its 2025 annual regional convention with the theme, Pure Worship. Serafina Rokonomekwe reports that the delegates were admonished to keep up an upright life irrespective of life's challenges, as loyalty to Jehovah demands absolute respect and sacrifice, with a special focus on spiritual growth and evangelism.
Driven with one purpose, vision, and faith, irrespective of age, health status, color, or tribe, witnesses of Jehovah in their thousands gathered at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, for its annual 2025 conference. The three-day gathering had Bible-based talks, drama reenactments, and discussions, emphasizing the very essence of pure worship, as outlined in the scriptures, looking at James chapter 1, verse 27, which gives an insight to the theme, pure worship.
when it comes to God, many people today worship several gods, but why pure in it? This is because not all worships are acceptable to God.
Worship is not such a formalistic thing alone, it's a way of life.
The high point of the convention was the affirmation answers by the 339 baptismal candidates before their baptism was conducted. They were handed over to Jehovah through prayers, an emotional moment for some parents, loved ones, families, and friends.
I'm overjoyed. I believe it's tears of joy. And then the struggle to get to this point, it means it paid off. Jehovah did it for me.
It gave me the joy that I'm serving Jehovah faith.
And I'm happy to be baptized, and I thank Jehovah for that. And others too, they should try their best to make a decision.
Being more compassionate, especially to the vulnerable, maintaining moral and spiritual purity in their daily lives were some of the insights delegates shared as spiritual benefits from the convention.
Because spiritually we are fed. How we can deal with our husband, how the husband can show love to his wife, and how we can take good care of our children spiritually and physically.
When he cleansed the temple, he chased away the money changers because they were extorting people. So they misrepresented pure worship.
Another spectacular moment was a public lecture discourse titled, "Do You Know What You Worship?"